teachers that you have to have this as a teacher of English. First of all, you should have your own dictionary, because you are the source of knowledge for the English language. The math teacher, the science teacher should go back to you to ask about pronunciation.
Yes.
So this is the first thing you have to concentrate on.
And phoneme.
Okay? Now, I know that you are going to teach first prep, primary 6, first prep and second prep. And you are going to teach novels for prep stage and second. Second prep, we have David Copperfield. Who read this story? Who read this story? Yes, 1, 2. Okay, who else? 3, 4. Who else? Now, if you want to prepare, you want to introduce the characters of David Copperfield, how can you present these characters? How can you present the characters for your students?
Yes.
Yes.
The main character.
Yeah.
The main character.
The main characters. Okay. Can you please tell me about the main characters in David Copperfield?
David Copperfield.
Yeah.
His aunt.
Mother?
No, his mother, not his mother.
Let him take his chance, please. Yeah.
His nurse.
Mhm.
Miss Bigotty.
Yeah. Your name?
And his stepfather.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Manston.
Okay.
This is the main character.
This is the main character. Or these are the main characters. Okay.
The main characters in the
Thank you. Your name? You are welcome. Who else can participate with us? First, the most important thing in teaching, you should be
The cruel man, Mr. Creaker.
this. Okay. First,
Schoolmaster.
the school
Yeah, the cruel man.
First, the most important thing is the story. Why? Because the story has incidents, characters, has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And if you haven't read the story as a whole, you should expect that your students may ask you about something you haven't read.
Yes.
So try to be clear for you that you have read all the story from the beginning to the end.
Yes.
Okay? And now I have a part I want to show you, because I asked many of my colleagues about teaching David Copperfield, and they said that it's complicated. We have more than 27 characters and lots of incidents, more events. Okay? If you haven't read it more and more, if you haven't taught it, okay, you will forget it. This, I will ask you to retell the story, to tell me about the main characters or the characters you are going to see. You can write them down. So, this is between the writing and the pronunciation for it. Miss Bigotty, Mr. Murdstone, stepfather, Miss Jane Murdstone, David's baby brother. Now, before completing, can you tell the character that I have told you? Yes, now I spoke about just one, David's family. David's family. When you speak about a list of characters, it's easy to be forgotten. But now you have a family. So, it's easy for you to remember them. Now you are going to tell me about David's family. Is it difficult for you? So, who can tell me the members of David's family? According to what you have seen. Oh.
Five.
Tell me their names. Tell me their names. What do you remember?
Mr.
Yes? Just one, please. Yes.
One at a time.
Miss Biggity. Uh-huh.
David's mother is Clara.
Father.
David's baby brother.
David's baby brother. What else? This is a family. You live in a family. You have your father, your mother, your brother and sister. So we have David, David's father, the dead man, and then David's mother. After that we have Miss Biggity. This is a maid. This is a maid. Then we have Mr. Murdstone, stepfather, and his sister Jane Murdstone. Jane Murdstone came to live with David when he got married to David's mother. Okay, and after that, Jane Murdstone came to live with them. Okay, after that, she had, or David's mother had a young baby, a little baby. Okay, so this is David's family. Is it difficult? Who can tell me again? Who are the characters of David's family? Please try to remember. Please try. Then we have Yarmouth by the sea and the boat house. The boat house. Yarmouth is a place. Yarmouth is a place. So it's Yarmouth, it's okay? By the sea, near the sea, and the boat house. The boat house. Now we are going to know about the story of the boat house, who lived there, okay? And where is this place? And why did David go there? We can see in this picture 3 characters. Please, mobiles off, please. Please, sir. Madam, please listen to me. Now we have 3 characters in this. Who are they? We have this person and you have seen it. Which, can you tell me her name? This is Miss Biggity. Miss Biggity. This is the maid. This is the maid. And then we have David. And this is the cart driver, Mr. Bar. Mr. Then we have this boat upside down. The boat house. The boat house. We have Mr. Biggity's family. Someone is speaking, please. We have Mr. Biggity's family. Then Mr. Biggity. So we have Miss Biggity and Mr. Biggity. Then this is Mr. Biggity. We have Miss Biggity. Then we have Ham. We have Emily. Family. This is a family. We have Mr. Biggity and he adopted Ham and Emily. Adopted them. تبناهم. Okay. Then we have Mrs. Gummidge. Mrs. Gummidge. They live together in a family in a boat house. In a boat house. Mr. Biggity's family or Miss Biggity's family near the sea, by the sea, in Yarmouth. In got it? What's the meaning of the word by?
By the sea.
Just a place. Just a place mentioned. Just a place.
Might be fictional.
But you have to know that David went there many times.
مش مركزة.
The first time he spent a fortnight. He spent 2 weeks. He spent 14 days with Emily and with the family. And we can ask you, how did David spend this time, or how many days did he stay there? Okay? Why did David go to Yarmouth? The first time. The first time we knew that David went to the Yarmouth with Miss Biggity, and you are talkative. Please,
Troublemaker.
while I'm speaking, you should listen to me, please. And if you need any question, I will facilitate it for you. But don't speak while I'm speaking, please. Anyhow, any question? First, you have to know the beginning of the story to complete it. You can't start the story from the middle to complete. You will feel that you are loose. Okay? So you have to read, to start from the beginning, to know the main characters, and then to complete the incident of the story. طيب هنشوف. Then we have spoken about Yarmouth. The third thing we are going to speak about the school with Mr. Creakle, the headmaster, Mrs. Creakle, Mr. Mill, a teacher, James Steelforth, very important, Tommy Traddles, and other students. James Steelforth, this is the young boy. It's a very important character. And if we concentrate, we are going to know that James Steelforth has a great part in our story. So they met in the school and they became friends, and then they will meet again when they grow up. So he has a great part in David Copperfield. يعني القصة دي مش بس ديفيد كوبرفيلد، دي بتحكي لي قصة لديفيد كوبرفيلد، بتحكي قصة عن جيمس ستيلفورث with إيميلي، بتحكي قصة عن مستر بيجيتي the old man who adopted the girl, and then he struggled, he worked hard to find her when she went or when she disappeared. Okay? After that, after the school, we have an important incident. What happened? David's mother died, and then we had a funeral, and after the death of David's mother, lots of things changed. One of them, that the first decision that Mr. Murdstone and Jane Murdstone took, they dismissed Biggity. Biggity loved David Copperfield, and she tried hard to find work in this area to stay near David, but she failed to do that. So she went to her yes, she went to her home to live with her brother, but she got married to Mr. Bart. And then Mr. Murdstone told David that you are grown up and I have no money to spend over you. You don't have to complete your study. You have to work, you have to earn your living by yourself. So you have to go to London, and then he forced him to go there to work in a factory, a warehouse. Okay? He worked with some other little boys. طبعا هنقول they collected bottles and something like that. But where did he live? He lived with another character, a new character. So while reading David Copperfield, you have a new incidents, you have a new characters. We have a new family. That family called Mr. Micawber. Mr. Micawber lived in a poor family with his wife and 4 little children. Okay, they were very poor, but they said that Mr. Cooper is a kind-hearted man. They treated David in a good way, but that man was very, very poor, and creditors have lots of money. So the result, he went to jail, he went to prison. And then after that, that man had a good word to say. Like we say in Arab, بكرة تتعدل. Something must something هو اللي يقول الكلمة دي، ما هي دي معناها بالعربي. must turn يعني في حق يعني turn تمام. After that, one of his relatives died and left him some money. Then he went out of the prison, and then he decided to leave the place and leave to Australia. After that, David find that he has no one to live with him. So he sent a letter to Miss Biggity. I know that one of my relatives is still alive. Who's that? Aunt Bitsy. So he asked for the address of her, and then he had an accident. Something terrible happened to him.
His money was stolen.
Yes, his money, his clothes, everything with him. Okay, he asked a man with a car to take him to Dover, but the man took the money and his clothes and left David to go on foot for a long time. Then he reached his Aunt Bitsy. Aunt Bitsy played a great role in this story. At first she was cruel. She left the house of David for 2 times. The first one,
Always angry. She was always angry.
yeah, she was angry, but she has his reasons. The first, she left the house when David's father got married to a young lady under 20. She advised him, it's not good for you, you are an old man. And then she got angry with David's father and left the house. After that, she came back to attend the birth of the newborn baby, and she wanted, or she desired that the newborn will be a girl. She said that to David's mother, and she said, I hope that the new baby will be a girl. Then David's mother said, I want it to be a girl, and I call her Bitsy Trotwood. Okay? But when the newborn was a boy, she got angry again and left the house. Now David needed Aunt Bitsy and went to her, and from this part, her role will be in the best way, in the better way. She took David and she lived with a man, and that man was called Dick.